Em Dubois coming at you with another edition of 90 Days of Positive Content. Today's message is really going to be around decision making. And I know I've talked about it in different areas in some of the content that I've been posting over the last 15 days or so. But today I want to talk about it on a real personal level and something that is personal to me, and that hopefully by putting this video out there and having some folks take a look at it will keep me accountable. Decision making and identifying and choosing a path is the result of everything that is reality in life today. And that's the case for your waistline, to the car that you're driving, to the job that you have, to the relationships in your life. All of those are a result of the decisions that you've made. And not just you made one decision one day and then 5 years later, 10 years later, this is where you're at. It's really compound decisions. And I'm going to talk about it in a very real manner today as it relates to me. So I'm going to talk about it from like a waistline perspective. So for me personally, I am like a serial dieter, always trying to get healthy, always trying to better myself. I have tried everything you can imagine to lose weight, from all the powders to the shakes to the diets to the ways of eating to the workout plans to the liquid fasts, everything. I've tried everything you can imagine to lose weight, and I am phenomenal at losing weight. I lose weight on every program that I am on. Every time. I'm a serial weight loser. And then where I kind of fall down and where I'm terrible is on keeping the weight off. And it's because historically I've only addressed a certain aspect of it, either what I was putting into my mouth or the workout that I was doing. Sometimes I would do what I was putting into my mouth and the workout I was doing, but never the holistic picture. So all the mental stuff that comes with eating and the sugar addiction, because I am a sugar addict, recovered sugar addict. Why I was putting things in my mouth, what was leading me to eat, why food was my I'm happy reward, I'm sad reward, I'm having a tough day, I'm going to eat, not feeling good, I'm going to eat, why food became my everything, right? I hadn't dealt with the mental piece of it, but I've been working on that, and I've been working on it for the last couple of years, and I'm finally at a place where I feel like I could potentially keep the weight that I've lost off forever. And I'm not done losing weight. I still have a ways to go, and I'm still working on it actively. But going back to the talk, is that the result of where I was the day that I got on the scale and said, shit, if I go up 1 more pound, again, because I'm very triggered by numbers, I would have been crossing over into the 300s. And in my mind, I was like, if I get to the 300s, if I'm good from 299 to 300, there's going to be no coming back. That was just where I was at, because I know how hard it is to come back from 300. I know how hard it is to come back from 400. That's how big I've been in my life. So at that point, I had decided that I was going to do something. I didn't know what it was, but I was going to not cross over. Even if I stayed at 299 for forever, that's where I was going to be. And I could have stayed at 299 and just weighed daily and made little tweaks daily to make sure that I didn't cross over that. But my health was more important than just staying away from that ballooned number that in my head said there's no coming back, right? So I started to change the way I was eating. I started to evaluate the way that I thought of food and what food was for me. Food was a reward or a comfort blanket for a lot of different things. And in that process, I discovered that I was a true sugar addict. Like, I was addicted to sugar. So I made a decision in that moment to change that. And it's not just I made a decision and then lo and behold, 2.5 years later, here I am and I've lost 85 pounds. And it was because of that one decision. That's not how it works. It's compound decisions. Just like it was compound decisions that took me from one of my lowest up to the 299. It was, tonight having an extra bite of food, and tomorrow having an extra slice of pizza, and maybe the day after that at 5 o'clock feeling sluggish and grabbing a Snickers, right? It was every day I was making little compound decisions that added up and added up and added up and ballooned me up to the 299. So those compound decisions brought me to where I was. And what I realized about a year into my journey of trying to get back to healthy and trying to lose weight and trying a new way of eating and starting to do at-home workouts in front of the TV and so forth, was that it couldn't just be, I want to be thinner, I want to be healthier, I want to not be addicted to sugar. It has to be, I have to make small decisions, and those decisions really are backed by action. daily to get to where I want to be. So I did that. And I started doing those daily actions. And the reason why I'm posting this today is that I have just recently joined Orange Theory. Super excited for it. Had my first workout 2 days ago. Today is my day 2 workout here in about 45 minutes. And I'm really excited for it. And I know that I could go balls to the walls and have a great workout. And I know that I can do this consecutively. And then I know that next week I'm flying out to Boston. And I know that it would be really easy to take the week off and just be like, oh, well, I'm on vacation, I'm with family, I'm just gonna take the week off. And then come back and do a couple workouts and then really quickly realize, oh, it's close to the holidays and I'm gonna take some time off so that I can, do what I need to do and do the holiday thing and do the Christmas shopping, and all these excuses come up, right? And then you're compounding those choices. Well, I'm not gonna go today, but I'll go tomorrow. And then the next day you go, but you're tired and you only give it half your all, right? So I'm actually making this video for accountability. I have decided, and I decided in the now, which is the most powerful and only way to make a decision, that I'm gonna stick through it. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do Orange Theory. I've signed up for 4 months. I'm gonna do 4 months of Orange Theory. I'm gonna go every other day where it's possible. I've already looked and I know that they're in Massachusetts. There are gyms close by that I can go to. Throughout the holidays and stuff, I've already scheduled it into my actual calendar, because when it's in my calendar, it happens. And I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna be posting for accountability on my blog and potentially here on Instagram, potentially too, pictures. So today I took my start pictures. My first workout was on Thursday. I took my start pictures on Saturday, so I've had 1 workout in. And on my 30-day mark, my 60-day mark, my 90-day mark, and my 120 mark, I'm gonna post pictures just because that's gonna drive me to want to continue to making these daily decisions, compounding them with action behind them, doing my workouts, eating the right food, getting to the gym, so that when I have to take my picture and post it out there for people to potentially look at, that I'm hopefully making progress. So that's today's message. It's really around decisions, and it's twofold. It's to help me stay accountable to myself and my goals. So the takeaway really here is that everything that you have in life today, your health, your diet, your size, the car you drive, the house you live in, the job that you have, is all based on making decisions, compounded decisions, things that happen over and over and over and over again. And the example I used was eating and health and weight and size and going up in weight and so forth and losing weight. But you can apply that to any area of your life. So if there's something you're really dissatisfied with, maybe you're not making as much money as you want, or maybe you don't have the most ideal job, or maybe there's a relationship in your life that is struggling and not where you want it to be, take a step back and analyze and identify, what are the small, repeatable decisions that I'm making daily, backing with action, that have led me to this? And then once you understand the path to where you are now, and you understand what you've been doing, like putting the Snickers, the extra piece of pizza in your mouth, whatever it might be, once you understand what got you there, then you have a roadmap on how to back out of that and what you need to stop doing. Not grabbing the chocolate, not having the extra bite, not going for the extra piece of pizza, or whatever it might be. And then just implement those and make those decisions daily. It doesn't mean you can never eat pizza again. I eat pizza all the time. My pizza's keto and it's fathead dough or cauliflower dough, but I eat it all the time. And I could easily eat 3 or 4 pieces of that, but I'm not going to. I'm only gonna eat till I'm satiated and satisfied, and I'm not gonna put extra in my body because I don't need it. I'm not blessing my body when I do that. So just look at what you've been doing, identify what that roadmap is, and it's gonna be really clear once you start thinking through it, if you're honest with yourself. If you're like, well, this isn't my fault, this just happened to me, it's not my fault that this happened, this is just the universe doing this to me, or I have a sprint of bad luck, I'm gonna call BS, because it's not the universe or God or anyone doing anything to you. We are free beings to make our own decisions, make our own choices. Everything we do, and we're creatures of habit, we do it in a compound manner. We continue to do it and continue to do it and continue to do it, and before you know it, those decisions, those little actions add up, and then you end up where you are. And then you're like, how did I get to this size? Like, what happened here, right? So don't do that to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Take a hard look at what it is that you're doing. Identify what that roadmap was, and then you will have crystal clear in black and white everything you need to change, reverse, do differently to bring yourself back to where you want to be. That's the message for today. Hopefully today and every day, everything that you do, do it in love. Love hard.